Greetings, my YouTube compadres. I thought I'd do an update video on my digital aquatics reef keeper. As you can see, something's missing. I basically ripped the entire system out because it decided it wanted to freak out, turning lights on and off, shutting pumps on and off, coming up with some weird Japanese writing all across the screen. The power strip for the second power strip decided it wanted to completely quit, and the SL1 or Systems Lab 1 decided it wanted to freak out also. So I put in a call to the company I bought it from, and they're talking to the rep from Digital Aquatics, and they're waiting to hear back from Digital Aquatics on what they're going to do about this. And as far as Digital Aquatics is concerned, I've talked to their tech line, I've emailed them. I'm not one to badmouth a company, but wow, customer service with this company has got to be the most horrible experience I've ever had in my life. Oh, they keep referring you back to the forum that they have. They really don't want to answer questions. Their techs don't seem to know what the hell they're talking about. So, as far as Digital Aquatics is concerned, if I can get my money back on this piece of equipment, I'm going to, and I'm going to go with the Apex controller. Don't believe everything you read on the internet, because I did my research. I did look up reviews and things like that on Digital Aquatics. Not everything you read is true. I've talked to a few people and shop owners here in the local Sacramento area, and I've heard nothing but the same thing as far as Digital Aquatics is concerned. Their customer service is horrible. Their techs are unknowledgeable. So, just a little forewarning, guys. I wanted to give you a forewarning about Digital Aquatics. So, this may be just my experience. I don't know what you guys have had experience-wise, but I'm not happy with them. But as far as the tank goes, some new things have gone on. As far as the tank goes, I've actually taken the frag rack, brought it up. Some things I have noticed is this, I believe, blue acropora, what I thought was dead, is coming back to life. My watermelon chalice, I don't know if you can see real well, because unfortunately the camera's not focusing, but it is growing over top of the frag plug. And I'm going to have to take and affix it to a rock pretty soon because it's starting to grow pretty well. The green Montipora, doing pretty well. As you can see, the green Nepthia doing and chugging along just fine. The purple polyp bird's nest, as you can see, is turning a lot more purple. The Ponape in the very, very back there, far left back, is doing really well. These two frags that I actually basically had pieces fall off and I just affixed them to a frag plug, doing really well. Coming down here, Sunset Montipora, Montipora, doing pretty well. I'm going to have to eventually affix him to cut the back piece of him off and kind of trim him down so he can kind of lay a little flatter. The way it was cut, it's kind of sitting more of like a 45-degree angle. I want it to kind of grow a little bit flatter and stuff, so I'm going to mix it up a little bit. The green Palithoas and Armor of Gods Palithoas, they're doing pretty well. The Miami Hurricane, or sometimes people mistake it for a Bazooka Joe. It's doing pretty well. The fire and ice growing pretty well, and of course the old glass anemone's back. Not too happy with that. Another frag of fire and ice back there. The little candy cane that I got for $5 is doing pretty well. It's all nice and puffy and doing well. I moved the pink Montipora, I'm sorry, down here because it was getting blown all over the place. I'm having a hard time finding a sweet spot for it. It's one of those ones that likes just the right amount of flow and the right amount of light. So I'm still trying to search and find the best place for it. Alright guys, you ready for this? You remember that sour apple bird's nest? This thing's turning into a monster. It's growing really well. You can see nice, the tips are nice and green, and they're growing some little white parts of its little skeletal structure. It's doing well. The other piece that was half that size is now double the size. It's doing well. As you can see, I'm getting some new polyps with the lunar eclipse. Doing well also. Another little frag here of some green, sour apple green bird's nest. I believe this is an acan. It's called a sunset acan, or orange crush. Some people call it the orange crush. Another little frag of purple polyp bird's nest. I was having a problem with it getting blown all over the place, so it kind of blew the tips off, but it's coming back. The blue tubs zoanthids, doing well, not getting the amount of polyp growth that I thought it would. So it's growing, it's doing well. The gorilla's nipples, as you can see, doing well. Candy cane in the background, doing well also. Wham watermelons, they're doing great. And of course the green star polyps, they're all over the place. The cocoa worm, he's doing pretty well. I gotta move him, I think he's getting a little too agitated. Up here, piece of Joker's Favia, doing well. Oh, and by the way, I've added some more hermit crabs. We've got about 10 scarlets in here now. Had to move the brain coral. I'm trying to find a spot for it, but it's not really liking where it's at. The mystery piece of green, or what I thought was clear frog spawn, apparently was bleached out, but it's starting to come back. So I think what it's going to end up being is the green tip with purple tentacles, similar to this hammer coral as far as color wise. All the fish in here doing well. Here's my Antheus, she's one of my favorites. There's the flame angel, doing well. Fox-faced rabbitfish, he's doing grand. He's loving the life in here because he's got lots of areas to swim. New addition to the reef tank is my refugium light. Was at one of my local aquarium shops and found this 24-watt power compact light to sit above the tank. Nice little light, sits nice and slim and low. New things that are going to happen is this dual GFO and carbon reactor. The lines that are coming here and in the back are going to get 90-degree elbows to kind of trim them up and make things look a little bit more aesthetically pleasing and function correctly, so they don't look like these big menagerie things going in and out. But as far as the tank goes, everything's going well. Digital aquatics issue is going to hopefully get resolved. So hope everybody has a good day and happy reefing.